What's up, YTPC? It's Ziggy Num Nums, reporting to you from the garage. I don't have a name for it yet. It's just the garage. I'm guessing it's pretty obvious that the move did happen. We're in the new house, out of that little closet of an apartment, thankfully. More on that later. To keep up with housekeeping, I'm smoking my first bowl of GLP's Triple Play in the Missouri Meerschaum Diplomat 5th Avenue, which need to be relit. I started the day with a hankering for the taste of Kentucky, and I have a little bit of Missouri Meerschaum's Country Gentleman left to smoke, like one bowl. I want to try something new. Took a little bit of a tobacco inventory since I've got most of that stuff unpacked now, and I saw I didn't really have any other Virginia Perique Kentucky blends open, so that meant it was finally time to open this tin of Triple Play. It comes in a plug, and I'll do more on it later. This is my first bowl. I'm enjoying it. Just kind of took some little extra bits, sort of like broken flake of sorts, cut it up in kind of a rough cube cut, and it's smoking fairly well. I didn't give it as much dry time as I would have liked, so I have had to relight a few times. So, life of relocating amidst the coronavirus outbreak. Well, it's been weird. I had to file for unemployment. My last couple of weeks in the city, I was able to get a few shifts at the Fusion restaurant, so at least I have a check coming from that. I keep having to, you have to do certification for unemployment. I hate doing it. I never thought I'd have to file for it, but I don't know what I'll be getting out of that, considering technically I was only, my work was only affected by the coronavirus for a couple of weeks. So technically it affected my work, but kind of not, because I was leaving my last job voluntarily. So I'm having a hard time getting all that set up, activating the card, registering the card, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to get, direct deposit set up. I'm having a hard time finding, my account and routing numbers, because I bank through a kind of smaller chain of banks. So things aren't quite as readily available as some other banks, and they're shorter staffed because of this whole thing. I was on the phone for 3 hours yesterday trying to speak to somebody to get my phone, or to get my card registered, and I gave up after 3 hours because that's too long. Aletha also had to file for unemployment because the first couple of weeks of this, her store went to reduced hours of basically just managers only, and they just hemorrhaged money by keeping people on and making hardly any sales. So they cut down, they just closed the stores, and they paid managers full salary for a couple weeks, and then continued to hemorrhage money that way. So they went down to 50% pay for a week, and then to no pay, because they don't know when they're going to be able to reopen any of the stores. All the stores are closed. They're doing some stuff of online sales, and that's about it. So, but she was at least able to register with this company, an app called Instacart. It's basically where you go and shop for people and drop it off. She's got a few things to do before she's able to do that. Has to find some way of getting a mask and gloves and all that shit. took a while for the reality of all this to really set in, of like the stay-at-home order and everything, because we had to move out. You know, the lease was up, we had to go. It took us about a week of getting everything done. We did one big U-Haul run, and then a couple of runs with the car, and then a final day of cleaning, and then dropping off the keys. But, you know, we had to go back and forth between here and the city to finish that. We had to get some things for the house that we didn't have. But now it's been several days where we haven't left, and it's like really sinking in. You know, I'm frustrated with the inability to find a job right now. The barbecue place hasn't gotten back to me. I've applied to several other restaurants that haven't gotten back to me, and I'm not surprised, because it's hardly likely that they're doing enough business to where they can take on new staff. I understand that, but it's very frustrating. You know, I've applied to grocery stores, deli departments, meat departments, things that are kind of still in line with what I do and what I know. No luck there yet. You know, that's kind of affected my mood and well-being, and then also affected hers. And it's put a little bit of a strain on our relationship. I like to pride myself on saying that we don't fight. And we haven't yet, but it's gotten close, the closest ever. This has been a tough situation of us just being around each other all the time. We talked it out. It's fine. We cleared the air. Some positives. Space. We have so much space. I have this garage to retreat to. We have that nice finished basement. I was able to set up my music equipment. I've been able to play guitar again. I changed the strings on one of my guitars yesterday that I haven't changed as long as I've had it. I've had that guitar like 3 years, but I didn't play it much. It's kind of a guitar that needs to be played through a good amplifier, and I couldn't play that amplifier in my old apartment. It was too loud. Playing music more. We've been kind of bonding over a sense of ownership, as it were, of the house, of what started as just a little filler paint project turned to the paint drying a different shade and just having to repaint the entire living room and all the projects of that, and just kind of setting things up, clearing out boxes and sorting, and it's starting to feel like a home now, instead of just some of our things in a new house, in a new place. So that's just a little check-in for me. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. I'd like to start posting actual tobacco content again. So I'm definitely going to have more time for that, for probably a couple more weeks. So till next time, y'all be well. Y'all take care of yourselves. Y'all stay hungry. Bye.